Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this. Here for another edition, live to tape, watch along from the executive room in Chaos Corner. Now, if you remember correctly, on the YouTube channel, we went back to 1986 for the Worldwide Wrestling Federation in Boston Garden. And what a show it was. Go back and check it out on the YouTube channel. We're coming up on almost 1,000 videos of classic pro wrestling, from the Chaos Corner podcast to all my history in the world of pro wrestling. And of course, with now the watch-alongs from back in the day. Don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. Of course, on Twitter in real time at Big Daddy GOC. And the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos. Hit the profile link. That will knock you over to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at the Guardian of Chaos. And of course on Facebook at J Brony and Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian. Follow me on Rumble, Parler, Gitter, Gab. We cover them all on the IWC. So sit back and relax. We are live to tape with an NWA watch-along here this morning. It's the beginning of the week. It's going to be a fantastic week. It's a little chilly outside, but it's nice and sunny. We go back to Starrcade 1983, the original Ric Flair and Harley race in the main event for the NWA World title in a steel cage, and then the unbelievable original in the NWA, Rowdy Roddy Piper takes on Greg the Hammer Valentine in a dog collar match. You're not going to want to miss this episode of Chaos Corner, live to tape. We're going to bounce off of this and go over to all the social media platforms. Come back here to the YouTube channel. You're not going to want to miss this. Well, come on back. Don't you dare miss it. All right, fans, now that we got that opening monologue out of the way, thanks for being here. We have already done a few watch-alongs. As I said, we did the Worldwide Wrestling Federation from February 1986 in the Boston Garden. It really was. Go back and check it out on the channel. We also did an AEW Dynamite watch-along. And today, Starrcade 1983. Fans, back at this time, I was only 20 years old. Unbelievable. I remember this almost like it's yesterday. So I hope you guys like this watch-alongs, live to tape watch-alongs. This will be uploaded. You put it out on social media platforms, and especially here on the YouTube channel. We're trying to get the subscribers. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share this, tap that bell. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is what we do. And like the other watch-alongs, it's not going to be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We will do these in segments, anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes, as long as 20 to 25 minutes, depending on what we're watching. So sit back and relax. Get ready to hit that play button. We're going back to Starrcade 1983. Let's see what we have here as we try to get going. This is an unbelievable event. I remember watching it back in 1983. Different snippets and clippets that they put on the channels. And here we go to open up. Obviously, we certainly can't show any footage, but you can hear the background. The legendary Gordon Soley is in the booth, along with yours truly, I guess, right? And we start off with the Assassins, the Masked Assassins, against Bugsy McGraw. And let's see who the wild man, crazy Bugsy McGraw's tag team partner. Referee is Tommy Young, the legendary NWA WCW wrestler. So what a way to start off fast here. The legendary Assassins. Oh, and of course, it's Bob Caudle along with Lance Russell. Two unbelievable legendary men. Rufus R. Jones. So there we have it. It's Rufus R. Jones, Bugsy McGraw against the Masked Assassins. Greensboro Coliseum. Over 15,000 people have showed up and fans for this. Let's see if we can hear some of the background noise. This might be the quietest you'll ever hear The GOC, alive to tape. We're not 25 feet below the surface of the earth. We are here in the executive room of an actual Chaos Corner. I look comfortable, don't I? Grab your favorite beverage, grab a snack. Flair for the gold later on tonight. Well, actually this morning, today, Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Mountain Standard, whatever zone you're in. Listen to the crowd. Bugsy McGraw tying up assassin number 1. Slugging it out like a hockey fight of today's days. Bugsy McGraw getting the better of it. And when he does the curly in the mo and he goes around circle and circle and circle. The old knee shake like how he had some Jimmy Valiant. Tony Schiavone. It's Tony Schiavone. Gordon Soley just said Tony Schiavone. Paul Jones is at ringside as the old school manager, the legendary Paul Jones, along with Rufus R. Jones and Bugsy McGraw. You can see the size difference in the two assassins. One is definitely larger. Jody Hamilton and then the other assassin, if you go back and do your homework and research. Big body slam by Bugsy McGraw. Beautiful hip toss. Here's the tag. And here comes Rufus. Shuck and jive and shake, rattle and roll. Bang with the elbow a la Dusty Rhodes and shaking like Jimmy Valiant used to do to Boogie Woogie Man. Big rights, far side. A right to the pond zone. Here's the cover by Rufus R on the assassin. Only a 2 count. Again, nice hip toss by Rufus R. Jones on the assassin. My fans, old school here, 1983. You won't get much like this and people that do it in the IWC for the live-to-tape watch-alongs. I don't think anyone else does live-to-tape. We don't edit here. We don't do anything. This is in real time. What you see is what you get. Rufus R. Jones, Bugsy McGraw against the Masked Assassins, Starrcade 1983 for the National Wrestling Alliance. Again, I was only 20 years old, going to an institute of higher learning at that point. Bouncing at all the clubs up and down the East Coast. Now here's the Assassins taking over, trying to double team on McGraw, but McGraw was... Go back and do your research on Bugsy McGraw when he was in the Florida area in Georgia. A true legend. Crazy man. You talk about guys like George the Animal Steele. Bugsy McGraw was along that line. And here's Paul Jones with the Assassins. And the all decked out and looks like he's going to a wedding. Paul Jones, as Gordon Soley saying right now, was a good wrestler. Very technically sound.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. McGraw, of course, came out of the University of Indiana, I believe. Has his degree in business administration.
How about that? It's always the crazy ones. George the Animal Steele was a professor. Bugsy McGraw, University of Indiana. Beautiful tag team work. Rufus R. Jones, boy, did he have charisma. Reminds me of a much larger version of Coco Beware. Rufus R. Jones was a big man. The Freight Train. 1983, fans. Tying up on a larger assassin who's trying to come back with a couple of rights against the head of Rufus R. Jones. Not going to happen. And there's the trademark, the headbutt from Rufus. You forget how long Tommy Young had been around as a referee. A true legend, perhaps one of the best in the business, Tommy Young. Bob Cottle, Gordon Soley. It doesn't get much better than this. Listen to the crowd. I talked about it in the last live-to-tape watch-alongs. the difference in the crowds and how they pop for simple maneuvers, a right to the proboscis, an elbow, a heel toss, you know, a hip toss, wrist locks, a side headlock, an abdominal stretch, you know, different maneuvers, a big body slam, a pile driver. Those meant something. Tying some up with a front face lock, a fireman's carry. Yeah, the old rake to the eyes. That was one of my favorite maneuvers as a manager in the business. And look, Paul Jones trying to distract Tommy Young. And this is where the assassin takes over, rake on the eyes of Rufus R. Jones. Here's the tag for the smaller of the two assassins, but still two large men. Thanks for being here for this live-to-tape watch-along. We're about 10 minutes in. NWA Starrcade 1983, the original. We start off with Rufus R. Jones, Bugsy McGraw, the masked assassins with Paul Jones. Listen to the crowd. Jones trying to make the comeback as the assassins have taken over. Here's the tag. Here comes Bugsy. Let's listen. Oh, hey, Mo. Jersey, what exit? Wind it up. Boom. There's a right to the jaw. Beating his chest, Bugsy McGraw. Big elbow. Taking on both assassins. All four men are in the ring. Big atomic drop by McGraw and the assassin. Rufus R. Jones has knocked out the other assassin. He's on the outside of the ring. Big back body drop. Again, here's a roll-up. I don't know if there was a tag. Tommy Young counts 3. There must have been a tag, and there it is. Holds the trunks. The assassins have taken this one. Let's go to Gordon Soley and Bob Cottle. Wow. Unbelievable way to open up here. The Masked Assassins with a cheap win, but they did win over Rufus R. and Bugsy McGraw. Fans, don't go anywhere. This will be the end of the first segment here. The live-to-tape watch-along from Chaos Corner. It's me. It's me. It's the GOC. Flair for the gold. Here, Flair is only a 2-time world champion in the NWA.
One other man, the only man to stand in between them during their championship careers, is here tonight and is going to challenge the winner. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes,
Challenges the winner. The winner! All right, here's Schiavone backstage. What a difference, 1983. No mustache, clean shaven. In the background is Rowdy Roddy Piper, Ric Flair.
Something you've probably never seen before in professional wrestling. We will be here in the dressing room between each and every match. We'll be talking to some of the winners. We'll be talking to some of the losers.
1983 Starrcade, the original. Who else is back there? Ricky Steamboat. Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton. When they really went back to the dressing rooms. This is the beginning of it all. Going backstage and into the dressing rooms to peel it back and to see what's going on as Piper and Flair are behind Schiavone in a meeting.
About the nights that they've waited for such a long time. And we hope you'll join us. We hope you'll be with us. We'll talk to
We'll be with you. You'll be here. Don't you dare miss it. Don't go anywhere. This is the first segment. 1983 Starrcade, the National Wrestling Alliance. The GOC. Live to tape